Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tech Showdown. My name is Kevin, and today we're checking out a new keyboard from Logitech. It's the G910 Orion Spark. So this is going to be quite interesting to do. This is just going to be an unboxing and overview of it, and we'll have a review coming up soon. But this is going to be quite interesting because they have their new mechanical switches in there, which we will talk about in a second. This thing's quite heavy too, and it looks quite large, but we won't know that for sure until we get in. So yeah, this uses their Roma G mechanical key switches. Now, obviously I'm going to go into this with an open mind, like I always do with everything. But in the past, when companies make their own mechanical switches, it generally isn't as good as the Cherry MX switches. That's just, you know, how it is. I don't know why that's been like that. Like the Razer switches were a prime example, but it is. Oh, so we'll get this box out of the way. Oh, very nice. That looks very good. Whoops. Oh, there you guys go. That looks quite nice. So we'll take this top off here. Oh, just let me place it down for a second. So yeah, it has the Roma G switches, which they're saying makes it the fastest keyboard ever. Okay. With up to 25% faster actuation, and it also can last up to 70 million keystrokes. So they're saying it's more durable. Interesting. So this looks quite nice. Packaging is quite nice too. So this looks pretty good. So yeah, these key switches will be quite interesting. If I just try them out very quickly for you guys to just kind of... They feel like, just straight off the bat, kind of like a Cherry MX Brown. They're obviously not clicky, you know. They're not a blue switch. And they're much, much shorter, so yeah, they're definitely true to the 25% faster actuation. They're a much shorter switch, but they feel very much like a brown switch. They still have a kind of nudge to get over it. It's not the linear switch for sure. Yeah, so I'd say it kind of feels kind of like a very short brown switch. That's probably the best thing I can tell you guys, just straight off the bat. I mean, as you saw, we haven't taken this out yet before, so I'll have to give it a good try. Now, before we get into the rest of the keyboard, let's see what else it comes with. Non-braided USB cable. I am quite surprised of something of this class not having a braided cable. That is quite surprising. Now we just have a user manual there. This just looks like... Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so a replaceable wrist rest down the bottom here. It looks like this one's just slightly larger and... different texture? No, it's just a slightly larger one. And that's about it, I believe. Yeah, that's it as far as accessories go. So not much there. So when we look at the keyboard itself, oh man, and it is heavy. So this is an RGB keyboard. Whoopsies daisies. We'll move USB cable back there. There we go. So this is an RGB keyboard, which means 16.8 million colors. All the stuff we've kind of been used to doing these RGB keyboards lately. They're saying you get better lighting because of the light's central position, so it'll illuminate the entire keycap. So that's quite interesting. We'll have to see if that's true. They also have their, okay, so up the top here, they have their, okay, you just pull it straight out. Their RX dock release, which means you can put your iPhone or Android phone in the top here, and it'll give you readout information via their software, I imagine, on different things to do with the keyboard, and I think your PC as well. It's kind of like, yeah, second screen for greater functionality. So that's good. These keycaps themselves are an interesting shape. They look a tiny bit wider than standard ones, actually a bit more, quite a bit wider than standard keycaps, and they're also kind of curved in. So that's quite interesting, and it actually feels decent, so I think that's quite a good feature to have. So some people will like that as well. It has 9 programmable buttons, so we have the G keys all over this side here, and some of them across the top, just above the F keys. We also have some other macro keys here, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that might be for settings for the keyboard itself. We have media keys, which is pretty standard for Logitech over on the right hand side, which I do like to see. I mean, personally, I'm really bad for it. Maybe it's because I jump around so many keyboards all the time. But I always forget about the media keys. But, I mean, people that use them, I mean, sure, I mean, it's better to have them there than just nothing there, I guess. So that's good. What else is there? Dedicated media controls, yep. 113 key anti-ghosting, so that's really good to see, because I have run into that problem. The Razer Chroma keyboard, the new one, the Black Widow, with their new Razer key switches, I found there was a lot of ghosting on them, especially when I was playing first-person shooter games. I don't know if that was just the particular keyboard I had, or if that's a trend with all of them. But yes, that's good to see, so that shouldn't be an issue on it. And they're saying about the comfort as well, that the keys have been designed for gamers and the G keys have been redesigned. So overall, I think this will be quite interesting. I think the main interest is going to be in the key switches. And of course we'll go on the software and other things. But everything else, it just seems like it's a kind of a different approach to a mechanical keyboard in terms of how the keycaps are and how the RGB lighting might look. But overall, what gamers are probably going to be wanting to know the most is how these key switches go. So it would be interesting to give it a try and see how it comes out. So we haven't done an unboxing for a little while, so I thought it would just be a little bit of fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.